what's up, guys? And so we got a new trailer for Secret Invasion, and based on the way that this trailer looks, and to me, it looks awesome. It looks incredible, especially as a more darker and serious tone, as we've seen throughout the early days of the Infinity Saga, and throughout the entire MCU, with the more darker tones that we've seen. And this show has the potential to be like the best MCU show, especially with the delivery and these type of tones as well. And so in this video, will be my full breakdown for the new trailer for Secret Invasion, going over everything that I might miss, all the Easter eggs, and it explain why Nick Fury is now wearing the eye patch in the show, and what impact the show could possibly have for the future of the MCU and as well. And so if you're new to the channel and don't stuff like this, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss out on videos features. And so let's get into it. And now, with this trailer, we open on Nick Fury, and from what we can see here, he's now wearing his eye patch, and like, especially from Samuel L. Jackson himself, who's already answered this, why Nick Fury is now wearing the eye patch in the show, and he said he just doesn't wear the patch. The patch is who the strong Nick Fury was. It's his role of rebellion, and now he doesn't feel like this in a trouble person. He feels like that guy, and that's what we see here. And then Nick Fury in his eye patch, with no one to defend him. And then we hear a narration from Talos who said, "I sense you've been gone, the things that have been worse." And then we see a Kavik just doing a chaos and just blowing up parts of London. And then we see Olivia Colman's character, who has been revealed to be an MI6 agent, and then we see them visiting Nick Fury's tombstone. And then the last time that we saw this was from Cab, where the soldier for when Sam and Steve were looking at it. And then we see Everett Ross, and now we see like a war that's going on, and then we see Amelia Clark, and she's looking at sort of like a laboratory or something, and then for with her character, it has been revealed to be the daughter of Talos, who is a GI, and which means that with a GI she's a Skrull, and like that means with Amelia Clark's character, she is indeed a Skrull, especially with her to be the daughter of Talos, and who we were introduced to in Captain Marvel, and which means that she is a Skrull as well. And then we see Everett Ross, and last time that we saw him was from Wakanda Forever with Valentina Lego de Fonte, and now it's just, especially with him appearing in the show, and many people think that with Everett Ross that he's a Skrull, but this is with many fan theories and predictions out there. But with Everett Ross, he could be a Skrull. It's because with the show that's like a guessing game of who can you trust, and this is like all like a guessing game of who is a Skrull. And next we see a newspaper that says that the headline Avengers, and then next we hear Nick Fury saying that this is a war that he has to fight alone, and now it's just, especially as he has no heroes to defend him, and now this is like the battle that he has to fight on his own with a Skrull like invasion with like Skrulls like infiltrating Earth, and this has a huge impact, especially on the future of the MCU, with like Avengers coming to defend Nick Fury. So that means even with the plus office of the show, and this takes place in the present day MCU, where we're seeing Nick Fury teaming up with Maria Hill, Talos, and like a GI, and like even with a bunch of others as well, and try to guess of who is a Skrull or not. And then we see like a car being blown up on the highway, and then we see a GI just crying over the loss of someone who was just gotten killed, and then we see all these helicopters flying above her, and I think that this is what the show absolutely needs, a more of a darker, serious tone of those MCU vibes that we got from the Infinity Saga, and now I feel like with these vibes, it has like the vibes of Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and it show has the potential to have one of those dark series of vibes as well. And then when we hear Rhodey says that with Nick Fury, he's the most wanted person on the planet, and then we see like a bunch of people with like guns pointing towards him, and with Nick Fury, as I mentioned, he has to fight his war on his own. So this is like a Skrull civil war that's happening on Earth with Skrulls infiltrating Earth. This is like a Skrull invasion. And now with these new shots that we see here is whenever Ross being chased by someone, he's being attacked, and now this could be a Skrull or like someone that's disguised as a Skrull, and that we see a whole team just breaking in like somewhere or like probably going after someone, and that we see a GI like it's going to attack, and then we see someone like beside her, and it looks like what we predicted to be, and it could be a Marco Rambeau, as people have speculated, because they did set up Secret Invasion at the end of WandaVision, and so it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, I doubt that Marco Rambeau would be in the show, but I think like with like someone besides like GI as they're being attacked. And now in this last scene, we see like Nick Fury and tells about being attacked by Kavik, who is a Skrull, and then in this last shot, we can see like Kavik and his superpowers, and he's revealed to be a super Skrull. And now even with a super Skrull but being introduced into the MCU, and with a super Skrull, he is an enemy to the Fantastic Four. And I think this is a direct tie-in and a huge connection to the Fantastic Four. So I think this is like early call, and that the Fantastic Four are coming sooner than later, especially with a Super Skrull that is an enemy to the Fantastic Four. So that is a connection. And then this trailer ends with the Nick Fury saying the three words, "one last fight," and then he does the color pop, and now I think this is what we've seen in like tons of action movies, and like just to see a Secret Invasion being of a more serious and a darker show, and like a spy thriller makes us realize that this is gonna have a huge impact on the MCU moving forward, especially as this is gonna be a Skrull invasion, and this is gonna be like a war that Nick Fury is gonna have to fight on his own. And yeah, and like I said, like I think with Secret Invasion, this has the potential to be like the best MCU show with its darker and more serious tone. And this show is being described as like a spy thriller, and that this show is also playing any games like from what we've seen in the past with the past phase with the MCU shows and movies. But like Marvel is not playing any games. Like this is a more of a dark and serious show, like we've seen from like, the early days of the MCU, and like even at this cast is stacked out. This is like the perfect show to kick off summer, and we have the return of Nick Fury and Maria Hill, and even with the Skrull invasion on Earth, and I think this is gonna be an action-packed ride, and that will totally impact the future of the MCU moving forward as well, and so much more as well. And so that's gonna be for this video. Let me know in the comments down below, and what my thoughts on my breakdown, and are there any Easter eggs or stuff that I may miss that you didn't know? So let me know in the comments down below. You can get this video a like and subscribe and turn on the notification of the video videos, and live updates always follow me on Twitter. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.